we're looking at book layouts and how we did it in the past, and in particular, you know, the principles of editing and what goes into a page and how the images build up the power of a page. So the combination of images is often stronger than the individual images. And there was a sort of a theme, like in this section, it's car windows, people looking out of it, people looking into it, and two weird ones, which were Cadillac fins. Again, this is all about typography, especially sort of very hand-drawn, hand-illustrated, both pages in fact.
How did you decide what images go together?
It was a very intuitive process. I mean, I did it very intuitively, but going back over it, I could work out a whole rationale for a lot of images. But I mean, when I did this, I never even thought that what's going on here. There's a lot of old tinted or sepia photography. But they just looked like right together when I did them. All comic themes, so that was more conscious there. And this is really about surreal images of people. Sort of fairgroundy, really. Or a combination of fairground and surreal. Weird bits of anatomy there. And page of misogyny.
I don't know if this is going to be allowed on Facebook.
Okay, another one.
I'll look away.
Okay, so this again was all about typography, hand-drawn typography, typography that was replicas. And this is bands that had a continuous theme. Obviously, Kiss and Chicago were good examples of that. We're looking at series, classical music, jazz.
How did you choose the album covers that you wanted to use in the first place?
Oh, ever since I could afford to buy my first album cover, which was one we used on the cover of this, which was Rick Griffin's Aurochs Moxo. When I could afford it, I would buy covers that I liked the look of. And later, I would buy lots, but I would also get record companies to give them to me. And once we had we were formally editing a book, lots of people, record companies, bands, designers sent us stuff. So we ended up with what felt like a warehouse full of album covers. And choosing, it was often more challenging what didn't go in than what did go in. But
did Storm Thorgerson use the same process of laying everything out and just seeing intuitively what went together?
No. Storm worked on a completely different way of working. He basically wanted to make sure that the pictures didn't look as if they went together. His view was that gave more emphasis to the individual sleeves. Obviously, I thought it didn't, so chose a different route. But, one way or another, we managed to hammer this book into shape, make it work. I was looking to see if I could find any of Storm's more obvious collections, and I will do that. So we're now looking into the second book.